We have question 4, guys. So we have f of x is equal to x plus 2 over x minus 1. Okay, so this is a rational function. First thing is first vertical asymptote. Alright, vertical asymptote. Now it's a vertical asymptote. Let x minus 1 be equal to 0, or x is equal to 1. Then we have you noticed the powers are the same? So if you have the powers are the same, you're going to have the horizontal asymptote, or when the denominator has a greater power, you're going to have the horizontal asymptote. If the numerator just happens to be of a greater power, you're going to have an oblique. So here you're going to have HA, which will be limit as x approaches infinity of x plus 2, x minus 1. This was an exam question in one of the years. So this will be limit as x approaches infinity. I'll factorize the x. When I factorize the x, it's like I'm dividing. This will be 1 plus 2 over x. Even here, I'll factorize the x. It's like I'm dividing 1 minus 1 over x. Now, immediately this goes, even the limit will disappear. I'll have 2 over infinity over 1 minus 1 over infinity. So this will be 1 plus 0 over 1 minus 0, and the answer is 1. And remember what I said in the previous videos, if the powers are the same, you can just divide the coefficients, isn't it? 1 divided by 1 is 1, but yeah, this is the answer. So we have what we wanted. So now you can feel free to pause the video and try it out. So our vertical asymptote is 1. And our horizontal is as well 1. This is 1. Okay, so how many regions will be here? There will just be a region before and a region after. That's it. So our function is x minus 2 over x minus 1, right? Or x plus 2, sorry, x plus 2. Okay, so let's pick values of x which are before the asymptote. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So let's pick, this is 0, of course. So I'm going to pick 0, -1, -2, and -3. So if we replace the 0, 0 there, we're going to have -2. If we replace -1, we're going to have -1 plus 2, which is 1 over -2. So we're going to have -1 over 2. If we replace -2, we're going to have -2 plus 2, which is 0. Because any number divided by 0, any 0 divided by any number is just 0. So -3 plus 1 is -1 over -1 over -4, which is 1 over 4. Okay, now let's also pick after. So if I pick after, I'll pick 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if I start replacing what there's x, 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 on top, this will be 1, so it will be 4. If I pick 3, it will be 5 over 2. If I pick 4, it will be 6 over 4 minus 2 is 2, which is sorry. If I pick 3, let's pick 3. It will be 5 over 2. If I pick 4, it will be 6 over over 3, which is 2. Okay. If I pick 5, it will be 7 over 4. 7 over 4. Now which one is the highest value of x? Is 5. The lowest is -3. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. -1, -2, -3, and -4. Which one is the highest value of y? The highest is 4. The lowest is -2. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5, of course. -1, -2, and -3. So let's sketch the first one. 0 comma negative 2. 0 comma negative 2 is this point. And then negative 1 comma half. Negative 1 comma half. Negative half is this point. And then negative 2 comma 0. Then negative 3 comma 1 over 4. Somewhere here. Notice how the graph is followed. You need to follow the vertical asymptote, the horizontal. You need to go cut and follow the vertical. That's a graph. Let's pick this one as well. 2 comma 4. 2 is this one, comma 4 is that. 3 comma 5 over 2. 5 over 2 is 2.5. 3 comma 2.5. Then we have 4 comma 2. 4 comma 2. Then 5 comma 7, which is 1 point something. Even here it's following this. Okay, so this is a graph. That's how you answer it. Sorry, that's a graph. All right, now let me do the last question. We have x squared. Okay, x squared minus 5x plus 6 over x minus 1. Feel free to pause and try this video. Okay, so now the first thing is first. So if you have a quadratic equation, before you proceed further, it's what, 2? It's 2. If you have a quadratic equation, before you proceed further to finding everything like the vertical asymptote, stuff like that, I'll repeat this. If you have a quadratic equation, before you simplify further, before you start finding the vertical asymptote, stuff like that, try simplifying the quadratic equation on a piece of paper. So, or even just solving this, try simplifying this. This is a very special equation. What's the product? 6 sum, negative 5 factors, negative 3 and negative 2. So we're going to have x squared minus 3x minus 2x plus 6. So this will be x minus 3 minus 2, x minus 3. So this will be x minus 3 and x minus 2. So I'll take this and I'll replace it here, right? So therefore I'm going to have x minus 3 and x minus 2 over x minus 2. Notice what will happen. This and this will cancel, and your function of f of x will just remain as x minus 3. Now this is no longer a linear function, so there will be no, or it's no longer what is a rational function. So no need of the VA, the vertical asymptote, neither the horizontal asymptote. There is no need. Okay, so how do you sketch a linear function? You're going to go on your graph. Oh, sorry, this is y and this is x. So how do you sketch a linear function? If you have y is equal to x minus 3, how do you sketch it? A linear function, you always sketch it by just sketching intercepts. When x is 0, what will be y? And when y is 0, what will be x? So when x is 0, let's replace x is 0 to find y. So the answer will be negative 3. And when y is 0, let's find x. Our x will be 3. So sketch 0 comma negative 3. It's this point. And 3, oh sorry, not this point. Sketch 0 comma negative 3 is this point. And sketch 3 comma 0 is this point. Then just join them. This is your graph. No need of vertical asymptote. I know what some of you have done. You found the vertical asymptote, which is what? Which is 2, and you've also found the oblique asymptote, and apparently you're having the oblique asymptote as the same as that. But you don't use that approach. It's wrong. That approach is wrong. Just simplify this quadratic equation and something will cancel. So before you rush, if you're given a quadratic, what if you're given this? X minus 2 over x squared minus 5x plus 6. So before you rush to conclusions, finding the vertical asymptote, whatever, try simplifying first the quadratic equation. Something might cancel. Right? So this will cancel that. So what are you going to remain with? You're going to remain with 1 over x minus 3. Now, this one is a rational function. So this is what you're going to sketch. Note this. Have you noticed? So how do you sketch this? You first find the VA, the vertical asymptote is let x minus 3 be equal to 0, x is equal to 3. Then you also find the horizontal asymptote, in this case it will be 0. Then you sketch stuff like that. Your graph will be 3 there, to be maybe something like this. I don't know, something like that. But that's how you really go about this. Okay, so if you're given a quadratic equation, please try to simplify it to see if something will cancel out. Like in this question, this was a quadratic, nothing would have cancelled out with that. Even this was a quadratic, nothing will cancel out with that. So that's the reason why we just went directly for this one. We went to the oblique. But for this one, there's no need of going to the oblique or finding the vertical asymptote. Just simplify it further and it will cancel out, and you will remain with a linear function, which is x minus 3. And you're just going to sketch that. So that's how we conclude this topic, guys. Thank you for watching. And remember, you only become good at mathematics by practicing math.